Hi everyone, I hope you are all well and staying safe and dry from all this rainy weather. Today is the start of May, and technically there still is no final state budget in place. But this morning we have learned that for nonprofit OPWDD providers like Living Resources, the final budget is going to include a 4% increase in our Medicaid reimbursement rates. Overall, this is a big disappointment. While the 4% is definitely better than the 2.5% that the governor had first proposed in her budget, it's still less than half of the 8.5% that we had advocated so hard for. And it also is less than half of what the inflation rate was last year. From July 2021 to 2022, inflation was 8.5%. That's why we were asking for that. That's the amount that we wanted. We wanted to be able to cover the increased costs that we were all experiencing while also providing enough resources so that we could infuse new resources and investments into our workforce. You may recall also that back in the summer and the fall last year, we had been pushing the governor to include in her proposed budget not only the 8.5% increase in our Medicaid rates, but also on top of that to provide a meaningful ongoing funding for direct support wage enhancements. And in the end, we are going to get a 4% increase in our rates and no additional enhanced wage funding for DSPs. I want to thank everyone, all of you out there, who helped with the advocacy. There were so many phone calls made, so many emails, so many letters and drop-ins and meetings that were done with the legislators to try and get an 8.5% COLA increase along with that direct support wage enhancement funding. And, we even had a large crew spend some time making shamrock cookies that we then handed out to every single legislator and the governor with a note saying, please, please, please make the 8.5% and the direct support wage enhancement funding get into that budget. So, but in the end, and this is why I'm really disappointed, we ended up with 4%. I want to let you know that you should not consider your advocacy to be a failure. Without all the efforts that I described, we probably would have ended up with just 2.5%, if that at all. So while we didn't get exactly what we wanted, and we have some disappointment with it, we still got a partial win. We were able to get the final amount to be higher than what was being proposed. So it's not a total failure. And I'm telling you right now, we're not giving up. There's an old adage that says that life is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And you can say the same thing about advocacy. You have to keep plugging at it. And we are going to keep plugging at it. We are actually, I've had conversations already that talk about, okay, what about next year? Next year, we are going to start again, probably in the summertime, advocating for more funding, better funding, so that we can invest in our staff and in the supports that we provide. So we're not giving up on this, and I don't want you to either. So it's okay to be disappointed today, but try to also appreciate the successes and just know that we're never giving up. So that is my word of advice for today, Monday, May 1st, 2023. Thank you.